Richie, welcome back to Doncaster Rovers. How does it feel to be the club's new first team manager?
Well, I think you can probably see from the smile on my face that I'm absolutely delighted. I'm buzzing to be back, and I'm really excited for the coming season. Looking forward to get going.
It sounds like a fairly obvious question, but what made you apply for the role?
Well, first, I know what it can be. I know it's a fantastic football club, but I have to thank Gavin, David and Terry, because the first interview made me feel really comfortable, and then coming out of that first interview made me want it even more. So I thank them for that, and then obviously giving me the job and the opportunity to take the club forward.
A lot's been spoken about in the past few weeks about the process and getting that process right to make sure the right man is appointed. How pleasing is it for you to be the man chosen from a list of strong applicants?
Well, I think it's what the club do. They've had experience of it before, doing it in a proper manner and the way that they want to do it, so you have to respect that. It does take a bit of time, but you obviously trust the process that they have to go through, and hopefully they've got it right, and I can come here and find a home now, because sometimes when you're a football manager, I've never had a full season at the same club because of COVID and a couple of other reasons. So ideally now I'm looking for a home where this was a football club that helped me develop as a player hugely, and hoping now I can find a home and it helps me continue to develop as a manager.
How important is that longevity for you and the chance to build something of your own at this football club?
That's why I desperately wanted it, because it's a very stable club, it's run the right way. Obviously the fan engagement is important, and we can start building a club to where it used to be. The list of managers that have been at this club: Sean O'Driscoll, Darren Ferguson, Grant McCann. Obviously Darren more left, but been very successful, and I hope to continue that. You've
mentioned before that this was the best spell in your playing career. How does that playing style now reflect you as a manager?
Well, I've had jobs where I've been in situations. When I was thrown in at Oldham, it was my very first chance in management. I took over a team that was very low in confidence, rock bottom of the league. We got them playing some really good football. I then go to Swindon, where it was more or less a blank canvas, and it was easier for me to get my style across because I could recruit to the style that I wanted. And then I went into a situation at Salford where they wanted to change the style, but the personnel didn't really reflect that, and I was expecting more time to change the style. So this is a club that knows how to play good football. The fans want good football, and they've got the patience to allow the process to happen.
I suppose you've got that little bit of a blank canvas here, haven't you? A few young players have recently signed new deals, but you can mould the squad the way you want it to look.
Yeah, because of the 7 loan situation last year, obviously it frees up 7 spots, and then there's probably 4 or 5 permanent positions available as well. So it's not going to be a complete rebuild. We've got good experience: John Taylor, Tom Anderson. We've got some players that in their position are right up there with the best players in the league in their respective positions. So I'm looking forward to meeting them. I've met a couple of them already, but it is going to be now, can we recruit to what does a Doncaster Rovers player look like? Football intelligence, good footballing brain, technically very good, and let's put a team out on the pitch where the fans work all week, and then they can use it as a release and come to the stadium, not only want results and want wins, but enjoy what they're seeing as well.
You've got a promotion with Swindon as a league winner under your belt. You've also won the Papa John's Trophy with Salford. How do those experiences help you coming here?
Well, it knows that I can get it over the line. It's easy to get into finals or get close, but then you can fall short. So I can get over the line. But like I say, I've not even started as a manager. I've not had a full season at a club. So although I think I've shown potential. That's all it is at the moment for me. Potential. I want to grow, and I want to, like I say, I want a really good home where I can spend a long time at a football club, and then see how that project and see where it takes me. But build a club. That's what I want. I was in the middle of doing that at Swindon, but COVID happened and certain situations come up where it was difficult to carry on. But I want to build a club. Yeah.
One person who won't be involved in the playing side of it next year is James Coppinger, although he will be here in some respects. How important is that he's still around and still able to help you and help the players?
Well, I don't know how many interviews I've done in the past about what Cops is like as a person, as a player. I think it was hugely important that the club kept him in some capacity. His experience at his club is invaluable. But not only that, his knowledge of football, players, both ability and mental wise, he's going to be so important. He's going to have a big say in swaying my opinions in the first few weeks, because he's lived and bred the players and the club for the last however many years. But I can't speak highly enough as a lad, both as a footballer. I love playing with him, but as a human being as well, he's one of them real top people.
And I know you've experienced managing without fans in the stadium. How much are you looking forward to having them back in this place next season?
Yeah, I mean, when I'd left Salford, there was a few opportunities that was, do you want to come in and try and get us in the play? I just didn't want to get back in because of the situation. You're trying to build a team that plays fast, intense football, high pressing, and there's no supporters there. It can make it a little bit difficult. Every game was like a pre-season friendly. The opposition could slow the game down, and it was just really difficult. So knowing that the first game of the season is going to be in front of supporters again, I'm just so excited. I can't wait to get going.
And the appointment has been very well received on social media. What is your message to those Rovers fans?
No, I mean, listen, I'm here to prove that I'm going to be a good manager for the club. So whatever I've done in my playing days, in the first spell, because in the second spell I was all right in the Championship, but then my legs went in the second season, so I wasn't good enough to play for this club. So I'm now a manager, and let's build a team like what it used to be under Sean O'Driscoll. I ain't going to copy Sean O'Driscoll because I've got my own ideas or my own style of doing things, but let's get Doncaster Rovers back to where it used to be and playing good football and win football matches.